hope they didn't miss, me having a cold opening last week, being all sick and all. But what? I don't have a punchline for everything.
Is that it? You got more?
That's it.
That's
I
it?
got nothing.
Okay. Well, it's only two of us, so I expect only a bit of the effort, so it's okay.
Exactly.
Hi, guys. Welcome to Figure Action B-Side. I told you they exist. We decided that we both picked up Shockwave reasonably close time frame, not close to each other, several states apart. But if you check out, I posted a video earlier about me actually finding Shockwave. Had I been 5 minutes later, I wouldn't have found it. But Dave and I are here, and we're just going to unbox our Shockwaves and talk about it. It's not going to be all of that exciting, but maybe we can make it interesting, do some size comparisons. And if the rest of the guys want to jump in and laugh at us, they can do that. But for right now, I think, are we the only two that have it?
I believe so.
I believe
you know
so.
what that means? Hashtag purple-headed, one-eyed purple-headed warriors.
Okay, and I got mine here.
And all right,
let's see what we got here. So I will tell you as well that this is the first time I can remember in years ever buying a leader class figure at full price.
This is the first time me finding a figure before T-Man or anybody else in Maryland getting it.
Yeah, how about that? I will also tell you I cheated a little bit. I did open him and pre-cut all the bands on him.
You said you didn't do that, you
I know, but you know what I did? I lied.
Lie to me? Yeah.
I didn't take him out. I slid him out. I cut all the little bands and
whatever. Just for that, I'm like going to crack a whole bunch of jokes. No joke. When I was actually buying this guy, I was in Target, and I was just watching the MGO review, which I'm not sure if you've ever watched an MGO review, but out of my pocket comes that weird little voice he does with the for his little
the mascot.
The mascot dude. So I'm walking down by, and fortunately, those weren't too bad. Those weren't bad cuts, actually. Wow.
No, there weren't too many of them.
Oh, and that is all filled in my photo box.
So he has got himself some boots for walking. Very solid figure. Right out of the box, just first impressions. Oh my God, the light piping is amazing.
Hold on, you gotta do it like Thu. You gotta do a Thu. Hold on. Let me get one of my modular lights here, folks.
This is just going to be a video of us comparing to other YouTubers, apparently.
Let's get that back there. Let's get that back there. And can you see? Does it glow? It's not that good. But light piping. Yeah, that's pretty good light.
That's pretty good. And this is mine right here, just sitting under my normal lights in the basement. As you can see, it's like it went out.
Wow.
I mean, like someone cut the power. That's crazy.
That's actually pretty. That is. I mean, I'm looking at it on mine. That is actually very. That's really well done because the light's coming from the top. And do I have a working LED? Oh, actually, this will work. This will work out well.
Yeah. Try that.
Just put that actual light on there, man. Dude, that's like an LED. I mean, that is an LED, but I mean, that is impressive.
Yeah. And if you look at the top, let's see if I can get a good angle. You're not hard to see. That's the size of the box that you're working with up top. That channels the light.
That's what I'm saying.
They did a good job.
This is probably some of the best light piping I've seen in ages. Wow, that is.
I know some people were kind of, I don't know, on the fence about the armor setup that he's got out of box. I think I said on the show that this strikes me as something Shockwave would do. Like it reminds me of Doc Ock, like especially the Spider-Man 2, well, I guess any iteration, but that's the one I'm thinking of. Creating extra limbs to help in his work that also happen to double as weapons. That's exactly what my thought process when they revealed this guy. That's what I thought.
You think he would have given himself an extra hand, though?
Well, I guess he wanted to do a lot of like welding and fusing, and then realized that there are filthy, stinking Autobots that also need to be dead.
Oh God, I'm just looking at all the panels. And I don't know if I want to try to panel line this whole son of a gun. because that is a lot of panel line.
Yeah, so I'm going to put that down as maybe one of my negatives, and that's just my own personal preference, is that I would have preferred a couple like smoother surfaces, like less intricate detail in some parts, but that's just like you're going to get people bitch either direction, right? Whether it's not intricate enough or it's too intricate. For my own sensibilities, I wouldn't have minded a little less detail here and there, but it is. I mean, it's well done. But like you said, the lining on it is whew.
Like Sideswipe did a great job with the few extra grooves it had. This is a little extensive.
But here's the backside.
This is solid. Listen to that ratchet.
Oh, I didn't even hardly manipulated them yet. I'm just giving a 360. There's the backside. Shoulders.
I mean, they're not metal ratchets or anything. It's just, but there's ratchets in there. Those legs are ratcheted. And
then looking just in the robot mode with the armor, he has some weathering or battle damage effect. It looks more weathering for him. Like there's some there on the backside.
But it's not like the Sideswipe one where it's just, okay, the legs look like he stepped in something. This actually looks...
I will say, too, that none of them have been all that intrusive in my book. Like, it's not been awful. I don't know. So, all right. Let me see.
This stuff looks like something like he would be diving into battle with this. Almost like an orbital drop. You know, coming down.
Right.
Foot blasters going.
Centurions. That's what it's like the Centurion armor on. Ace McCloud. He's Ace McCloud. I even remember the dude's name, if I'm right.
I like how the shoulders kind of arc outwards, so that way he can...
Yeah. He's got
My plenty of... still on the camera? Yeah, good.
He's got plenty of he's got enough shoulder manipulation here to be able to work with these giant shoulder pauldron things. And there's from the top. It's got like the eye in front.
Rotate that in the light, man. That paint, it's got dry brushing on there. Like in the waist area. That's impressive.
All right. So I've read no instructions on him.
Nope.
I've seen a couple of videos here and there, but that doesn't normally translate into me knowing what the hell I'm talking about. But to be fair, even if I'd seen instructions, I still wouldn't know what the hell I was talking about. So I'm going to take
one blast part, one little port, for like a little effect part here on the hip.
Mm-hmm.
And then on the arm pegs, looks like he has those.
I see 5 total on the front.
And then plenty of 5mm. Oh, yeah, because he's got them on the shins, too.
Yeah.
And then plenty of 5mm ports to put the Micromasters on. Oh,
all right.
Okay, that just pops off the shoulder there.
Here's Ole One-Eye in base mode, or base form, non-armored, just plain old Shockwave. And this is why I wanted to get this guy. This is why I was willing to pay full price when I got him. Now, I realize he's small. For a leader class, because I don't think here's my 2-second argument. The power of the prime. Go ahead.
How are you removing that backpack?
It actually the backpack.
Oh, you leave the backpack on.
It actually peels off like this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Never mind. Yeah. Got that. Okay, good. Wow, that's a little diminutive.
But here's my deal. Like. The leader class Power of the Prime's Optimus Prime, when he's fully combined into Optimus mode, he's the size of MP1, is he not? Or close to it? That doesn't make sense to me.
I'm wondering how much would KFC I don't know. I know he doesn't watch our stuff. So if Keith Fantasy tried to make a Chug style Shockwave. Like he did with that old Mugen scope when they first came out.
Yeah.
He would be about this size. And considering I have Mugen scope right here for our lovely our size comparisons.
All right, let me get over to you.
They're actually in scale. Go. Can you see that? Can you see that?
Yeah.
That guy there, when he was new, retailed for about $60-something. And on closeout at BBTS is like 30-something. But still, when he first came out, he was like 60. One of the KFC first releases. This is a much better product than this is.
Sure, and that's just evolution, and I'm sure that's them, pulling from each other. I'm looking in the chat. 30 says that the details are amazing and that he couldn't disagree more with what we're saying. And I get that. Like, I'm not. You have your opinion. I have mine. I totally understand. And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be people on both sides of the fence. And I'm not saying it's bad at all. I'm just saying, like, I'm just saying that I appreciate a smooth surface here or there. But yes, I totally agree, dude. That the detail is amazing on it. Like, it is painstaking with how well this thing is covered. I'm with you.
Yeah,
I'm just telling you what I prefer. But I have no problem with it.
It's not a strike against it.
No.
Yeah, 30. It's not a strike against it by far. It truly gives it personality. I'm saying this is actually, I'm saying this right now. This is from 8 years ago, third-party quality product right here. And that is a compliment.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm looking at the tampoed on Decepticon symbol. I am looking at this weathering. I'm looking at the colored plastics on here. I'm looking at the tube. There is paint on the tube here, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes,
they got the battle weathering on there. Easily Hasbro from 3 years ago. This would still be purple. These hands this would all be hollow. This is this is probably one of the best Shockwaves. And I liked the War for Cybertron Shockwave. I should point that out. I have 3 versions of that mold. But this, by far, I cannot say really a true negative thing, like a reason not to, just based on this. 8 years ago, people would have bought this for $50 from Big Bad Toy Store as a third-party product.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm saying it now. I'm calling that now.
And again, I haven't transformed them yet, but just like the spots that normally have the waffles, like there's inside the legs, there's a little hollowness there, but just that one spot. But inside the thighs, it's all solid. There isn't, there doesn't seem to be any of the waffle. There's the backside. I don't know if you can see that, but there is a peg for a Tamashii stand. I don't have one handy to see if it fits, but. And I would say, okay, go ahead and try it, because I was going to say I'm sure it does fit, but then Old Optimus had the problem where the Tamashii didn't fit.
Oh no, there is actually a bad design flaw here.
The 2 little fins.
Those fins are the problem. And
see if you can get a good shot.
Yeah, these fins right here.
You're really dark. Let me see if I could show. No, I'm really dark too. There you go. There you go. See those 2 fins sticking up right there?
Yeah.
That's what he's talking
about. How am I doing
about.
now? Yeah. How am I looking now?
Really dark.
Put on more light?
Yeah, just use that little LED. Do you have a little spotlight?
How am I doing now?
That's better.
Is that working better? So this can't make it in there.
Interesting.
Ladies, that is your best defense. Put 2 wingbacks. No, seriously though, that is. Do I have? Oh, where's my stand from? No, it wouldn't. Even if you had the stand that came with tracks years ago, that's what these ports were evolved from. It still wouldn't work.
That one stand that came with tracks that they said they were going to produce and never did.
Which was the whole purpose of these stand ports, was to sell those But yeah, so that is actually there is my first major complaint right there.
And I don't even really have. I mean, it's a bummer, but I'm all right with that. Because I don't know, my book Shockwave's not doing a whole lot of jumping. So look, now I'm gonna try to like blindly combine the drone to see if I can get it there.
Oh, they have that weird battle platform mode,
Yeah. So anybody that's watching, if there is anybody watching, we're just stumbling and bumbling. I know there's instructions. It's in the box. We don't do that around here. We're just going to figure it the hell out. No, we may end up doing that.
What he said.
Yeah.
I'm looking at again. I'm just looking at the individual pieces.
Yeah. So am I.
This really makes me want. Can't wait for that. What's that Decepticon that's coming out? That's gonna be like the equivalent of COG.
Yeah, the one that everybody's going to be watching this and screaming at the name that I can't remember right now. That one.
Yeah, but I'm just saying I'm really looking forward to that figure now, because that'll be fun to mess with on Shockwave.
And I'm sure someone's watching us bumble through here screaming the right way. All right, I got to look at the back.
Good. If you're screaming at us, please give us a thumbs up and a like. And again, 30-something, we appreciate your input, and that is not a sarcasm. We appreciate that. It means a lot to us.
No, yeah.
Took the time out
to join us for starters.
And if you guys like us doing these live unboxings, tell us in the comments. You know, we were talking about trying to do more of these B-sides, and, you know, sometimes we're finally, Parts and I are like, dude, we got an idea. We got the time. We're going to do it. So we'd love to do more for you guys.
All right. But
how am I doing, you know, sympathizing with our populace?
I mean, I feel it.
Humanizing us.
So while he's trying to figure out the base mode, which I'm going to put to the side here for a minute. So I've got Shockwave here, obviously, because that's why we're fucking here. I've got Optimus here. So there's a size comparison with Voyager Optimus. Oh, what I was saying before, too. I know he's a leader class figure. That doesn't mean the figure has to be huge. Because it didn't make sense to me that your leader class Optimus Prime figure doesn't scale with anything because he has to be a huge goddamn figure that towers over everything. So this makes sense that he's leader class price because he's got all the extra stuff that makes it worth it. Now, whether or not it's worth it
through the scale out of the Bayverse stuff, you know?
Yeah. Whether or not you think that other stuff is worth the extra money for the leader class, that's your call. I'm not here to argue that. The other Megatron that I have easily accessible is probably totally out of scale, but I just grabbed them anyway. But there is the Cross Dimensions Megatron, Rider Despotron. He has nothing to do with Shockwave. He was just sitting on my shelf, so I grabbed him. As you can see,
actually,
it doesn't scale.
I was curious how Neo Chug scales with it.
But I don't have Siege Megatron, so this is the best I got right now.
I'm looking at the picture here. Man, this is going to be.
But you know what? I'm willing to bet no other reviewer is going to compare Shockwave to Across Dimensions. So
next week, TJ Duckett does it.
He just wanted to
because he's cool like that.
Yeah. So I'm going to actually bring my window back up because it kicked me out.
Oh. I'm trying to figure out how that base mode thing works. I'm looking at the picture. It's got the guns
so keep talking.
Here. I am. Sorry, I am.
No, it's cool.
I'm just trying to This is... Wow. I mean, I don't... It's cool that I have to pull out instructions for a modern-day Transformer, but dang, I got to pull out instructions for a modern-day Transformer.
All right. I'm back. I never actually left, but I'm back.
Okay. That was awkward.
Yeah, I don't know what happened. It just kicked me back to the YouTube homepage. It's like, okay, you're done. Like, like this is awful. You're done.
This isn't T-Man. No. This is serious. I might have to break out the instructions on this.
For the base mode thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not in the instructions.
And how do they do it?
Well, so I might have to abandon this on here because we're looking more like idiots than I planned to. But I know you got to get the first part, and then the feet clamped together like this, and then according to the picture, they fit back behind. Maybe it's upside down. Okay. I say, I think I've got it. Yeah,
I think I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah,
I think I know exactly. So those guns go on the bottom.
You said a bad word.
The cannons go on the bottom.
There we go. All right, I got it. Sorry, y'all. I mean, we are both educated adults, but that doesn't stop us from not knowing stuff.
And we're getting conquered by a toy made for kids.
You're right, but we also paid full price for the toy made for kids, so that's kind of what we signed up for.
Once again, this is I'm saying it again. This is third-party quality from 10 years ago, which for Hasbro, that is a compliment.
Okay, so there's the Shockwave drone. It's a little dark, but as dark as the camera makes it look, you can still see that friggin' eye, which is really cool. So the Shockwave drone is not hard. You just had to flip it upside down, and then everything fit into place. But there's what it looks like from the top. From the bottom, it's a big old hollow piece. But it's got pegs on here for him to stand on, or it could just be a flying, one-eyed monster.
Oh, dude, I like this.
Now, as far as the bottom part, there are pegs down in here. I don't know if that will work with the stand. I do know that if you just had a blunt end of the stand, you could probably just, sit it up like that. There are definitely a bunch of stands that have just like spokes that come up that would work with that.
Oh, there's a lot of things I like about this.
And it also doubles
as a backpack.
No, as a helmet. There you
also
go.
doubles as a backpack.
Yeah, does it? It does. You're right.
You might have to fold
There's
it around
your
him
McLeod.
again.
There's your Centurion. There's another one. I like that.
I really am liking this the play factor for this.
I mean, that's kind of been their thing, hasn't it? They've excelled at that so far.
So we got that. As I said, the drone itself is almost. This is really cool. I'm just digging this as it is. You're talking about the helmet?
Yeah, helmet mode. No one's talking about that. See, we're innovators. We're pioneers. So anybody watching this is literally just us playing with our new toy. If you're expecting anything more than that, welcome to Figure Action.
This
nothing of value to add to that.
No, it's like I'm thinking of this. I think this probably has more plastic in it than that Optimus Primal does, even though it's smaller. If I had a scale, I would love to weigh the two.
I was gonna say I don't have that Primal, but all right. So I'm going to attempt to transform him into his absolutely a battleship, space battleship mode slash submarine.
All right, we're gonna go at the same time here.
Well, I'm already kind of partway through transforming the legs.
Now
whether I'm doing it or not, that's a complete up in the air. But doing it correctly, I mean.
Transformation. We got a little bit of Combiner Wars engineering here. Forgivable.
Yes. Well, no, I mean if something works, right?
Oh yeah, no, I'm looking at it. It's actually done better.
I mean, shit, third party.
It's a more solid.
Yeah.
It's a more solid connection. Now he's got midget mode.
And honestly, like how many third-party companies went ahead and stole the old Combiner Wars in the legs?
And then should I rotate the legs around?
Yes. I think I'm on to something.
Should I rotated them first and then folded them? That actually makes okay.
I gotta say, I'm synergizing with it. I'm getting it. So far, it seems that I know what I'm talking about, but that can't be right.
The backpack unfolds like that.
Mm-hmm.
And flips up. Forgot about the flip up. And then does this chest open up? Yes, it does. And the head folds inward.
Head folds inside, yeah. Now, what I don't know is, how do I rotate? Again, I apologize if people are screaming at us. We're just making our way.
If you're screaming at us, type it in the comments. He'll actually read it because that works better. We can't hear you from there.
Jason Star Prime, where did you guys get these figures from? Big Bad Toy Store or other stores? I got mine off the shelf at Target. It was a total fluke.
Same here.
I just happened to go into Target and there it was.
Same here. Target in Raleigh, downtown and Capitol Boulevard, Raleigh.
Yeah, mine was Aberdeen, Maryland.
Oh, fold the arms down first, baby.
Yeah,
no, that didn't work.
And then I thought bring it around the other side, but
it doesn't spin.
It doesn't spin. That's what's got me confused and probably infuriating the masses. Wait a minute, hold on. I think I'm maybe overcomplicating this. I am. Okay, just use it halfway. Just look. It just goes in. Just how do I show there? See that?
No.
It doesn't have to go. It has to cross over to the front, but not all the way. Use his the break in his arms at the elbows.
Gotcha. I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I gotcha. Oh, and then that pops right there in the center.
Yes, sir. Okay, so there we go.
Do I need to disconnect the hose though? No.
Yes, the hose has to be disconnected at first, but there are a few options for the hose.
I see. Okay, so.
See, guys, you're learning as we're learning, and we don't learn. So you have to rotate his blaster hand. No, I'm lying. Okay, I wonder if you rotate the shoulder to give that spot. I don't know. We're going to abandon that.
I see it going through here, and that goes around there. Dang it. Okay. Oh, that splits.
So now the hose.
That's a good thing that splits.
Best spot to plug the hose in. I want to put the hose
up your nose with a rubber hose.
Welcome back.
I am rotating the guns around so the Decepticon symbol goes upward.
Okay.
And that actually works better. Yes, that does work better. So you want to rotate the arms so the Decepticon symbol is upward like that.
Okay.
And then that actually goes around the arms perfectly.
Okay.
And then you can plug the gun. They can plug the hose in up front here, or you can plug it in up top there, which is where I'm going to go.
Yeah, I went on up top. So there you have your small space submarine. So don't hold it like this because that's wrong.
Hold on here. I'm getting the submarine set up here.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it seems to have capsized and it's floating like a dead fish. Like that.
So that's the base.
I'm gonna go rob a bank. I'm gonna go rob a bank now.
With a submarine? Craziness. Madness.
With an upside down submarine.
I don't think that's ever been done before. Unless there's a Megatron involved. He was a submarine, wasn't he? All G1.
So, okay, so that goes up there. So then, yes, the drone's supposed to go around there. Now the question is, the hose is supposed to go someplace else, though, when it's actual in combined super spaceship mode.
Super spaceship mode. So,
like actual spaceship mode.
So I'm gonna give. I've done maybe a handful of toy reviews. You've done. You've done quite a few, haven't you, over the course of here and there.
I had to give up just because I could never get the stuff in time.
Right.
Oh my gosh! I'm really looking. I'm looking at that detail here. Look at the top of the boot. The heels of the spurs when they're in your spaceship mode actually look like missile pods now. Those heel spurs.
Yes.
I'm gotta give real credit on this.
I'm going to give you and T-Man a lot of praise for being able to A, talk it through, B, keep it on camera, and C, keep it interesting, because my brain just sort of shuts down when I'm trying to figure out the first time. I mean, to be fair, like we did the live unboxing and just kind of went with our first impressions. Neither one of us had any time to try messing with it out of box. So,
which I actually like. I like that. I like this. You guys are getting unraw. And as we're discovering things, we're like getting the ahs.
Yeah,
the oohs.
It's kind of the Matthew Baldwin approach to just opening it up and running with it. You won't be on the floor with me for playtime. That's his thing. Check out
and that's between you and your wife.
Yeah, check out Baldwin's channel if you want floor time. But don't go there yet. Stay here.
I'm really okay. So you got the guns up here. I'm a little sad that they don't kind of rotate, but
the little turrets that you were talking about that are at the So,
and then the pods go on the sides here, and they got the little tabs. If you notice, there's actual tabs in the back, so they slide into the sides of the heels. And I don't know if we talked about it. He does have ankle pivot in both, in combined and regular robot mode.
Yeah, with his giant boots and everything.
Yeah.
So in our giant spaceship mode, it's worth pointing out. I think other reviewers have said too, but now the top here of the spaceship, what do you call it? The bridge. The bridge.
Do you see the light piping in that?
Can you see mine? That is whoever was in charge of light piping on this dude needs a raise, or at least a day off.
A little bit going a long way.
Yeah. This thing is I mean, is it $50 cool? That's up to you. I'm a cheap ass. I got him. I'm happy with him as long as I don't think too hard about it being $50. Now, here's the other question I have for you, Dave, and you can, as you're messing with it, you can figure it out. Is those two tabs that we were talking about that blocks the Tamashii stand hasn't factored into anything yet?
Yes, it has. Because I mean, it serves no purpose.
That's what I mean.
Except for maybe an upside down mode, that was your scope to look down.
Oh, I see. That's probably worth the sacrifice if the stand actually fits in there.
No, because now I can't put a stand on for spaceship mode.
Well, because it'll be off the center of balance, right?
No, there is no place to plug in a stand for spaceship mode.
The
but
same
if I wanted
spot.
to have this.
Well, no, the same spot on his crotch would still apply because it's at the bottom.
Which I can't use because of those two fins.
Right. But my point was that it might be worth the sacrifice of those two fins to make it work if it did in fact fit.
Yeah.
I mean, actually, like peeling them off or shaving them off or whatever.
I don't know if I want to break this plastic. It's so nice, but yeah, I think Hasbro could have done without it, or they could have moved the fins further up the back. Yeah, I think that was definitely a design.
Right.
That is definitely a design flaw.
I do know from pictures too that the blast effects from the Target Masters that they are what are they called, the action the weaponizers do fit back here for you can have like a trail, like a flame trail, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't have those. Was it Jason Star Prime? How many Siege figures do you have, or Shockwave the only one? So I have Shockwave, me personally, Shockwave. I've got Optimus, and I've got my bag here where we have Sideswipe, and I've got the race team. There's one pegged to Sideswipe's arm, so I didn't lose it.
Man, where did I put them? I don't even remember what shelf I put them on.
Got this dude, and
what? Where'd you put them? This is embarrassing.
See, I've got this dude. Blast effects in this bag here. I'm not digging it out, but you know. And then I've got probably one of my favorite. Well, you know, I can't really say, but Hound is definitely up there as one of my favorites. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, like 7 different packs figures from Siege, which is a big deal because like when with this latest part of Power of the Primes, like I just kind of gave up on them. I don't know. They're still good figures, but I just kind of stopped. I don't know. But these things got me.
Yeah, I got everything except Prime and Ultra Magnus from the first wave.
And I did see Ultra Magnus today.
Which I'm trying to locate right now because I really want to mess with, grab some of those effect parts from Blowpipe.
So
where the heck did I put them?
There he is. Also, too,
I just realized an entire line of figures.
I just realized too that the hose now has a new port here on the side, and here and here. It's actually got 2 new ports on the side if you wanted to use those. So there's 1.
New ports. Sorry.
And there's 2. So if anybody's wondering, the hose here can only come unpegged from the one side. This is permanently in. It seems to have a little give, so I'm not too terribly worried about it breaking. But be mindful, it is a rubber hose. So
I'm going nuts right now. Trying to remember
Dave is having some kind of existential crisis right now.
Yes, I am. Because I can't remember where I put my Siege figures.
Please send thoughts and prayers to his house. Jason Star Prime, are you excited for Wave 2? I am excited for Wave 2. I'd be more excited if I could remember offhand who's in Wave 2. I remember everything we've seen. Is it Prowl? Prowl's the one coming out in Wave 2. Ironhide.
Starscream?
Oh, yes. The Tetrajet Starscream. Definitely picking him up. He looks a little boxy for my taste, but I'm going to give him a chance. I think I appreciate the effort.
I'm just hoping he doesn't have, all backpack.
Oh, Soundwave. That's right. Yeah, Soundwave too. So to answer your question, yes. I'm going to have to talk myself out of a few figures so I'm not spending left and right.
I seriously have no idea what shelf I put those figures on, and that's driving me nuts.
So if anybody hasn't seen Dave's setup, he's actually in a room of shelves, right? Like on most sides. But I think most of it's devoted to Marvel Legends, right?
Nope.
No? A fair bit of it?
Hold on. Ah, found him. Found it. Okay, things are about to get interesting.
All right. Let me make sure the camera's centered on you and you can go to town. I don't have COG.
No, I'm saying I just broke out Cog.
Oh yeah. No, I'm just saying I forgot to mention I do not have him.
So let's break out. Got the flywheels here, and that's not what I'm looking for. Where is blowpipe? That's what I really. Well, not blowpipe, but I want some of those effect parts here. Because I'm curious all the different places those effect parts can go. There's Sideswipe. Okay, seriously, did all the effect parts just fall out of that box? I just need to find one, because there's one actually very important question I need to answer about these.
What's that? Or are you saving it for suspense purposes?
Pretty much.
Okay. Dave, are you a Shockwave? Are you a pipe at the pipe? Jesus, a hose at the bottom kind of guy, or a hose on the side of the blaster kind of guy?
Hose for the blaster mode. I like it on the. I was liking
on his hand cannon.
Oh, definitely on the arm. Definitely on the arm.
No. On the bottom of the arm or the side of the arm?
Side of the arm.
Side of the arm? Let me try that.
Can this get a hole in here?
I'm not a fan. I'm going to go on the bottom.
Okay.
But I respect your opinion.
No, that doesn't work.
So I will say this. Pulling the hose, let me see if I can get a close-up of this. Pulling the hose in and out, there's a little bit of separation here. It's not.
Gotta keep them separated.
I don't know if it's just like a little bit of give or not, but something else to be mindful of. And this part, guys. Ravage and Laserbeak. Yes, definitely.
Oh gosh, yeah.
Chromia Prowl 6-gun. 6-gun looks cool. They'll have to sell me on that, but I like it. Mark 44 Prime, what's going on? Thank you for coming. We're literally just bumbling around with the Shockwave. For anybody joining us late or that didn't hear earlier, we just got it today. We just decided to come online and talk about it because that's what you do.
That's okay. Found the piece I was looking for.
So this is. I know.
There's my disappointment right there. So I was taking. This was from like the Firebolt piece. The Twin Blaster one. Yeah. It does not fit in the main cannon at the front.
Okay.
It does fit on the Shockwave gun arm.
No.
So once we start taking some cog parts, fold those down. Huh.
Sorry for the dead air. We're just kind of messing.
This is the experimental part, folks.
Yeah, and I know normally you guys are used to our professional, like, always on point show every Thursday, but we're just literally messing around.
So I hear that Aquaman's a good movie.
I saw Bumblebee twice.
Oh, okay.
I do need to see Spider-Verse. I've heard enough good things where that's definitely on my plate.
Didn't it get a Golden Globe?
It did. It got Best Animated, I believe.
Knocked Pixar out finally.
That's if you can stomach award shows anymore. Which, if you can, more power to you. Oh, I forgot. Oh, there's a little flap there. I missed it the last time. Oh well.
Well, on the legs.
Yeah, there's a little gray fin that flaps out. That
I just saw that.
I didn't even see that. It's like you all learn when we learn, and we never learn.
So that would go up there. Oh, it's like a stabilizer for actual spaceship mode. I really like these legs.
Jason Star Prime, Skytread. Let me dig him out. So I tell you, he was not on my list of purchases, but I happened to jump on the Hasbro Toy Shop site when they had the glitch. I don't even know if it's a glitch. When they had the figures marked down, long story short, I got him shipped for $8. So
it's a good figure.
I didn't see any reason not to do that. And he is for that, he's a hell of a figure. I mean, he wears the pants in the family, unless you take him off. Is that that was a Dave joke? I'm sorry.
No, Battle Trap is the pants of the family.
Battle Trap, yes. I've got the.
So he once you get that transformation, he transforms really quick.
Yeah, we were just kind of, we were just kind of messing.
Well, I'm saying once you get the transformation, I think that hose is supposed to go on the bottom of the arm, though.
Yeah, looking at the port.
I'm not just looking at the port, because that way then you can put the other stuff on his arms.
Getting out missing side swipe just because he's cool too. See, I think I said on the show too, like the Siege guys, it's rare that you have a toy group. Yeah, they're fun, and it's rare that you have a bunch of like a mass release of toys like this where I've seen every figure be mentioned as somebody's favorite. That's rare. I mean, there's almost always a dud.
You know what I'm actually really disappointed with? I mean, I get why they did it, but they should have saved Power Master Prime for a Power Master Prime reiteration for this line.
Still could happen, right?
Well, they just did a Power Master Prime in.
Didn't they just do an Ultra Magnus?
Very good point.
And that was in Wave 1.
Very good
Siege.
point.
Yeah. But
well, they also said Ultra Magnus might be a potential repaint for a Cybertron Prime.
Yeah, you were mentioning that before. That would be good use.
Vault Matrix pointed that one out. That one of the guns looked just like the hip cannons.
But this is it. You still messing, Dave? Do you want to sign off, or do you want to have more to say? I don't want to rush you.
I'm willing to give my final thoughts on it.
Go for it.
Let's just put that. I'm willing to give my final judgment, and that is this is definitely a solid buy. Still up in the air about if it's completely worth the $50, but I will definitely. It's like I said before. This is Chug from 8 years ago. Let me put the light on this guy. Easily from 8 years ago, this is a Chug quality. I mean, not Chug, a third-party quality figure. Like, this is better than all the first round of KFC and X-Trans bots. This beats that quality control. You feel it. The paint is solid. The plastic is great. You look inside the arms, there is no real hollowness. This is the only hollow right here.
And that's by design. It has to be.
Exactly. That is totally saying something for Hasbro in the 21st century. Hasbro in the last decade. This is easily some of the most solid stuff I've seen. T-Man, if you actually wake up and get this, wake up and see this, you got to buy this guy. The paint, the light piping, I'm feeling no regrets. I am glad I'm having this in here.
Yep, me too.
I'm looking at my masterpiece Shockwave. He is not in an accessible place right now. And this is hitting all those buzz spots. I mean, yeah. I didn't even touch the main. The head's it's got heads on a ball joint. Swivel here. Swivel at the wrist. Doesn't hinge, but
other YouTubers are available.
But I'm just saying, it's like, okay, this is a little loose for a gun to hold a gun, and
the size of his hand, his hand.
Yeah, but it works well holding a Battle Master.
Let me try that.
It works well with a Battle Master.
So this is Skytread's gun, and that was even hard to get in. So that.
Skytread's is fine. I was looking at Cog's gun. So.
Cog's gun. Okay, I don't have him, so go for it. I will say too, while you've got him in hand,
good.
Look at his chest. Look at his the clear piece. He's got detail He's got detail inside
And
here.
it's asymmetrical.
Yes.
Wow.
So if that bothers you, ignore that.
So
doesn't bother me.
my only complaint are these fins on his backside.
For the stand that blocked the stand.
That block the stand.
Yep.
That's it. That is my only complaint. I mean, these joints are great. Ratcheted knee, single joint, but it works just fine. Dang it, I almost want to say, Uncle Bobby, for some reason, if you can get your hands on one of these, mess with it.
He might be impressed. Who knows?
I think this would impress you for Hasbro.
But this, yeah, I mean, my final thoughts are like $50 for this guy. I don't spend money on leader class figures that often. I'd have no regrets. I'm happy I got him. It was between him and the Ultra Magnus, and I think that Ultra Magnus is pretty cool. I've never messed with him in hand, so I can't mention one or the other. But yeah, this guy's worth it in my book. Just my opinion, but he's worth it.
Concurred. So
that's all I really
talk about this Thursday. You'll hear us talk about it on Thursday.
Yep, and hopefully some more of the guys will have picked it up by then. So we'll be back this Thursday, 9 p.m. Eastern, with a proper episode of Figure Action. This is just us putzing around. It'll be myself. It'll be T-Man 978. It'll be Extra Zero. It'll be Mr. Dave Lutwack. It will not be Mr. Joe Crab because he is on a cruise. So
the poor sap, the sacrifice. His wife made him go on a cruise. He wanted to be with us. He wanted to be with you guys.
But damn it all, he was drug away by familial obligation. So, guys, at this point, we're going to sign off. Unless Dave, are you good?
I'm good. I'm great.
I'm good too, guys. Thanks for joining us for this. If you guys like this, like us kind of messing around, if you like laughing at us, whatever, let us know. We're just kind of throwing up content to see what stuff we like to do, stuff you guys like to see. So,
and go buy Shockwave.
Go buy Shockwave if you see him. If you can find him. Brickseek is your friend. Okay?
Yeah.
All right, guys. All right. Thanks for joining us.